Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hi, I'm so grateful for you to come on tonight. You are in for a treat. This has been long awaited. We've been planning long enough. Now it's time to roll out a comedy show as well as a fundraiser. So we're going to get into all that in just a moment. But at first we just want to open up with a word of prayer and give God thanks for what He has done and what He's going to do tonight. Mr. Russell McGowan is going to open us up with prayer, and afterwards we're going to have some praise and worship with Sister Victoria Coleman. All right? Amen.
Good evening, everyone. Scripture says, laughter is good for the soul, so we want everybody to enjoy tonight, have fun, and laugh. So, Father, we're just thankful and grateful that you allow us to come to a day that we've never seen before. Thank you that we're here, your presence is here in front of us, it's amongst family and friends. So we just ask you to for everyone to take something away from this time together. We just ask you everyone to have a hand in preparing and take part of the Lord, just to give them guidance, wisdom, instruct them, and just lead them according to their steps and according to their word. We just thank you for this and all that we do in Jesus' name. Amen.
How is everybody doing today? Glory to God. When I heard about this event, I was excited because I'm a joker. I like to laugh. So, of course, when I got the call to come and do praise and worship, which is one of my positions in the body of Christ, I wanted to do the comedy part, but she wouldn't allow me. So, we're going to start out with some worship, and I want you to stand and get involved, okay? This is participatory. You're going to be laughing, you're going to be engaged. So we're going to start out with Praise Him, and I'm sure everybody here knows that song. If not, it's very easy to join in. Praise Him, praise Him, praise Him, praise Him, Jesus, blessed Savior, He's worthy to be praised. Praise Him, praise Him. Thank you, Lord. Praise Him, praise Him, praise Him. Jesus, He's worthy to be praised. Praise Him. Thank you, Lord. Praise Him. You deserve it. Praise Him. Ooh, praise Him. Jesus, Jesus, blessed Savior. Everybody say He's worthy to be praised. From the rising of the sun, from the rising of the sun, until the going down of the same, going down of the same. Jesus is so worthy, yes He is. He's worthy, yes. Hallelujah, He's worthy to be praised. Yeah, praise Him. We give you praise, Lord. You deserve all our praise. You alone are worthy. Praise Jesus, Jesus, blessed Savior. Jesus, Jesus, Lord, we give you glory. I'm an old school girl. school, and now we've become so technical. And I'm trying to work with it, I really am. So my wonderful sister said, you can use soundtracks. I can find the instrumentals. I'm like, really now? So she sends me, she said, send some songs you like. She sent these songs, and I've been trying to listen and trying to decide how long I want to sing them and all of that. And I said, Lord, you got jokes. Maybe I'll still be the first opening comedy act if this don't go well. So I just need y'all to work with me, participate, and if I make a mistake, I want y'all to get the biggest laugh. Hallelujah. I believe. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. This is some dancing music, y'all. This is calypso. So I want y'all to get up and get involved. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Listen. Jehovah, you, I trust in you. Okay. Lord, Jehovah, you, yeah, I trust in you. I believe you. I trust in you. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you, I trust in you. I believe you are the God of miracles. You are the God of wonders. You are the God all powerful. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. Hey, thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Yeah, hallelujah. Do you believe? Hallelujah. So long, bye-bye. So long, bye-bye. Goodbye to my pain and my sorrow. So long, bye-bye. So long, bye-bye. So long, bye-bye. Goodbye to my pain and my sorrow. So long, bye-bye. Long bye-bye. So long bye-bye. Goodbye to my pain and my sorrow. So long bye-bye. Bye-bye. So long bye-bye. So long bye-bye. Yeah, so long bye-bye. Goodbye to my pain. Goodbye to my sorrow. Goodbye to my sickness. Goodbye to my stress. Goodbye, fear. You're not welcome here. Goodbye, fear. You're not welcome here. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye, pain. Bye-bye, shame. Bye-bye, bye-bye. I don't need you. 'Cause I got God on my side. He's more than enough.
things. Well, I have a person that is going to bless you tonight, has a fantastic testimony, and I'm going to just allow him to share with you for just a few moments. He has a book that he's written. He's actually written a few books, and he's going to talk a little bit about his experience, and I pray that it's going to bless you as it did me when I had an opportunity to hear him as well. Before I bring him up, I do want to say my name is Cherie Roberts. Some of you know me from the Victory Station, the Gospel Angel, here in Jacksonville, Florida, 94.7. We just won our second Stella Award. Radio station in the medium-sized market, and we are so grateful to be a part of that. The Lord has blessed us for 40 years this year. 40 years of 24-hour gospel music and ministry. 40 years. And also for 30 years, the management has also been the same management, which is unheard of, especially in gospel. So we're grateful for that. But we are grateful for you. We also want to acknowledge, I saw the pastor, and I see the First Lady in the back, Pastor McGriff, Charles McGriff, and Sister Lorraine McGriff. Thank you so much for Thank you so much for this opportunity and using this edifice. I've heard people saying how beautiful it is, and so thank you so much. And this we had nothing to do with the color arrangement here, but it just coordinated so well. So anyway, we're looking forward to more of the program in just a moment.
Thank you, everybody. Let the church say amen. Amen. I've always wanted to say that. Excuse me, Pastor. And also, since I heard this was a comedy show, I got my own little comedy too, young lady. So here we go. So a guy goes out and he's shooting bear. And we all know when you go out hunting, you should take two people, but he goes out by himself. Doesn't see a bear all day. So that night he goes into his tent and you know, he's got a shotgun with him. And he wakes up and he's thirsty. He's like, maybe I can make it over to the babbling brook and get me a little drink. I don't need to take my shotgun. I'll just run over there right quick. So you guys know what happened. As soon as he gets over there and starts getting a little water, here comes a bear. And the bear comes and he's growling. And then the bear starts charging. So the hunter says it's a good time for a prayer. So he stops and he kneels and he prays. And guess what? The bear just stopped in his tracks. And then he looked up and looked at the bear, and the bear said, "Dear Lord, thank you for this food I'm about to receive." So thank y'all for being here. Maybe I'll be on the next show on some comedy, right? So I want to thank you for the privilege of being able to stand before you and tell you a little bit about my story. I had my first drink at the age of 6. And I might want to tell you guys that I used to be a hopeless dope fiend, and now I'm a dopeless hope fiend. I had my first drink at the age of 6, and I fell in love with it, everybody. It's just like when you meet your first love. Alcohol was my first love. And it carried on during school, but I mastered it real well in school because I excelled in academics. I always kept an A, B, and I was always on the honor roll, but I was drinking every day as I went through school. I grew up off 24th in Fairfax, and I was voted most likely to succeed. I went to Sandalwood, class of 1982. I was voted most likely to succeed, and I was really into the physical sciences. I scored a 1460 on my SAT test, and I was drunk and high when I took it then. And I won a scholarship in mathematics to Jacksonville University in '82. Right then, about that time in the '80s, cocaine was being introduced, and it was a party drug, and it was the in-the-know drug. So I started dabbling in cocaine in 1982. And I had a trigonometry test. And I want you guys to listen to some of the things that I'm going to say, because there's going to be a little test at the end. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I took a test. I had a trigonometry test that I didn't study for. So it was too late to cram. So what I did was I just bought me a gram of cocaine that morning before the test. Did some before the test. And as I was taking the test, the effects of it was kind of wearing off. So I did like Superman, and I went into the phone booth, which was the bathroom at the math division at JU, and I did some more cocaine. And guess what happened? I aced that test. I didn't miss one single problem on that test. So as they say, cocaine is the big lie. So I thought that was the key to college. Just do cocaine and do it in abundance. So 2 semesters later, I was asked to leave JU, not of my own free will. So, and I went to work at State Farm Insurance because I was dating a young lady, and I did like most addicts did. I used her. Her mom was an executive, and I got up with this girl, and the premise was I was going to marry her, but I just needed a job. And I worked at State Farm Insurance for 6 years, and I was drinking and doing cocaine the entire time. That job finally fell, and I went to work at a place called Unison Industries. Now folks, this is chronicled in a book that's 250 pages long, so I'm giving you the abbreviated version. So in the 90s, I went to work for Unison Industries, and we manufactured ignition systems for aircraft engines.